Okay. Hello everybody. So the last What I Eat in a Week video that I posted, I tried to do a thing where I was like, let's go through the kitchen and come up with meal ideas out of the food that I already have, and tried to like buy either nothing new that week or like very little from the grocery store, and just focus on, you know, what I already had. The way that I did it before, I was kind of like, okay, let me go through all the baking things and like grains and stuff first. And then I went through like other grains and legumes or whatever. And then I went through canned foods, and then I went through fridge stuff. But this time I thought it would be better or easier to just get everything out that I'm like concerned about. Things that I bought recently, or things that are perishable items, you know? Things that I just would like to get rid of. I have them all out on the counter already, and then I'm gonna go through them so I can see everything at once, you know? And I feel like it's gonna be easier to like come up with meal ideas that way than like the other way. So, all right, starting with canned goods, we got some Great Northern beans. I thought of making a soup with these potentially. And I also got some garbanzo beans because we were out of those. And I love garbanzo beans. I really want to make some salads this week, and I'll show you other things that I have for salads. And I also got some pinto beans because we don't have any pinto beans, and somehow I like them for burrito related goods. A hot Pico de Gallo salsa, which sounded really good. And I was thinking pinto beans, salsa, might make a burrito bowl. I haven't made, oh my god, but I didn't get any bell peppers. Very sad. I might go buy a bell pepper then. I might go buy like a couple things, but I'm just trying to keep it down to just, you know, what I need to get for certain meals. So that's one idea already, is the nice little burrito bowl. We got some brown rice. I got a purple onion over here somewhere. Purple onion. 1.5 avocados. Cilantro. That's one. Should I write these down? I should write these down. Give me a second. Burrito bowl.
So I used to make something like this quite a bit in the past on this channel, but I haven't made it in a while. And it's literally just like a lazy copycat Chipotle bowl. There's some recipes that I'll link below that just give a basic idea of like what Chipotle puts in their menu items. I don't follow it exactly. I just kind of use it to get an idea of, you know, how I can make it somewhat similar to them. I know they cook the beans with like actual chipotle peppers, but I didn't have those, but I have this chipotle powder, which is really good. So I just added some of that. I also made some fajita veggies, as they call them, which is, I would just red onion and bell peppers, and I seasoned those as well. And then I also made some brown rice in the rice cooker, and I put some cilantro and lime juice and salt on it when it was done. And I also put some cut up avocado on it. I wasn't gonna put in the effort to make like guacamole, you know, but if I was making it for like a group of people, I would probably, you know, it'd be more worth it to like put in that work, but I was like, it's just for myself. And then the peppers and the rice, I had quite a bit of leftovers to make 3 more meals out of it, so I thought I would just like put those together, you know, little meal prep in action. But I didn't have enough beans to go into 3 meals, but then I realized that I had some plain black beans in the freezer that I need to use, so I just sprinkled those into each of the meals to just, you know, even out the protein. And then I just added a little bit of more seasoning on top since the black beans were not seasoned. And then I had those leftovers with some more cut up avocado, some more salsa, and some lettuce on top. Pretty cool.
I got this spiced chai black tea concentrate. I usually drink matcha, sometimes drink coffee, but this sounded good. And for like fall time, you know, spiced chai sounded good. Oops. Oh my god, it smells so good. Damn, I suck at this. Oh my god. Let me just put a little bit more, since I spilled. I didn't even realize that I didn't even sweeten it. And it's already really sweet. Not like super sweet, but like just, you know, I don't know, it's sweet. It's good. I'm not exactly a chai aficionado here, okay? I don't know anything, but I don't know, it tastes good. You know? I got some spinach for salads and also smoothies. I eat spinach in a lot of things. I probably should switch it up more often and eat like kale sometimes or whatever, but spinach is my trusty bestie. Mixed medley tomatoes. I don't know why Trader Joe's is like this and puts everything in like little boxes and stuff. I figured I would mainly just cut these in half and put them on top of like salads and avocado toast. Maybe put them in a soup. They're also very cute. Salad with, here we go, spinach, cherry tomatoes, garbanzo beans, basically just all our veggies. We have a bunch of cucumbers, carrots. Ooh, and another thing, I have this Parmesan that I don't love too much. I think the flavor is good, but it's not super great at like melting, but I think they have a picture of it on a salad, so maybe that's what it excels at, is salad topping. Some sprouts, microgreens. I guess they're not sprouts, they're microgreens. Chickpea salad. Make sure to use the Parmesan.
So this is similar to a salad that I made not that long ago in a different video where I did the chickpeas the same with the onions and stuff, and I'll link that. It'll be in the corner, hopefully, if I remember to do that. But on that one, I put pesto dressing, which was literally just pesto and lemon juice to thin it out. But this time I made a tahini dressing. I think they're both good. It's just like whatever I have in the house, basically. And they're both, you know, the tahini dressing is basically the same thing except with tahini instead of pesto. It's also lemony, which I think is good. I don't know. It complements the chickpeas well, sure. And I just put whatever veggies I have around, but this was spinach, cucumber, some of those cherry tomatoes cut up, some carrot, and I did use up the sprouts in these salads. And in this one, I also put some pumpkin seeds. Not necessary, I just had them. And I used that Parmesan cheese, which is actually really good. I actually really liked it for salads. The first one, I just put it in cold. And then the second one, I actually microwaved it with the chickpeas, so it'd be a little melted, a little melted action. Then the last one, I didn't have any more cheese left, so there was no cheese. Ooh, it's so exciting. Dialogue, I love it.
Oh, we also have some sourdough in the fridge. So I've been making avocado toast with sourdough and sprouts and other toppings. So I'll for sure make some more of that this week. Hello, this is Emily from the end of the video inserting herself into the middle of the video to attempt to be a better marketer of myself, something that I'm not good at. But anyways, I do have a second channel where I didn't post on it for a very long time, but I'm beginning to post again. Deleted all the old videos. There's only 4 videos right now, and they're all like stream highlights from my Twitch. If you didn't know, I'm streaming on Twitch now, so you can go follow over there if you want to see what I'm streaming. I also want to start doing cooking streams once I move out, which will be next month. Very exciting. And if you want to see more movie commentaries from me, I will eventually post more of those, and they will be on my second channel. So basically everything that's not related to vegan stuff or like lifestyle stuff will be over there. So go subscribe if you want to see more of that. Put on notifications if you want. The videos have very little views, so you can feel special because you're watching something that like, ooh, not very many other people have seen. I also have this bread that looks totally fine, it's just old. This is the like thinly sliced bread. I don't love it for like avocado toast or sandwiches unless it's like PB&Js. I like to use like the hearty sourdough for that kind of stuff because I like the bread to be like, you know, have some strength. This stuff, I don't know, it's not that good for like that kind of stuff, but I like it for just like toast with peanut butter and stuff for breakfast, you know, with either apples on it or banana.
It's literally just some toast with some peanut butter and some banana, and then also some cinnamon, and then also some hemp seeds. And that's it, my brothers. Super good. Super simple. Oh, I also sprinkled some of the like seeds from the bread bag on top, you know? Can't waste. No waste here.
Another thing that I found out last night, which I would like to delve further into. I bought this bag of apples. Ooh, I hope they're still all good in there. They look fine. Wash extra fancy. What? Granny Smith apples I bought for maybe making apple pie or an apple crisp for my Thanksgiving video, which I never actually ended up making. And I kept forgetting to eat them. I don't know why, it's just been like not very apple-y time for me lately. But I tried to eat one last night, just like munch, munch, munch. I was not a fan of the texture of it, but you know, when you bite into an apple, what are you gonna do? You know, you already bit into it. You gotta persevere. I just sliced it up like really thin as possible without being too tedious. And then I put it all in a mug. And then I put a little bit of this spiced cider on it. And then I put a little bit of oat milk on it. First I microwaved it for a little bit. I think I just did like a few, 2 or 3 intervals of like 40 seconds and like stirred it each time to make sure it didn't like boil over. And then I added in some like minute oats, and then I added in like a tablespoon of flour, and then I added in some salt and a little bit of maple syrup and a bunch of cinnamon. I was trying to do like apple pie filling in a mug, but I want to try that again because I love like cooked apples on top of things, but I never feel like getting out a whole pan and getting a pan dirty to like fry up some apples. I could do that on top of toast. That might be kind of soggy, but I wanted to do it at least on top of oatmeal. Did any of that make sense? So we have all our little apple slices in our ramekin. Very nice and thin. I don't know, I put like a little bit of liquid in it just to get it started, but then once you start cooking them, the apples like release their own liquids, you know what I mean? I don't know, I'm just gonna put like a little bit of this apple cider on it. I don't know, was that necessary? Yeah, I guess that helps to steam them, right? Because you have the liquid on the bottom. Yeah, so like a tablespoon of, I could have used water, but whatever. And I'm starting with a minute. Wow. Oh my gosh, they already like cooked down so much. They were like up here. Anyways, they're already like pretty much cooked, but I want to cook them more. Maybe I'll go a little longer because some of them are still like not as cooked as others, you know? Okay, 45 more seconds. Cooked apples. Then I'm gonna put some cinnamon on them, maple syrup on them. I am gonna melt a little bit of earth balance into them. I would love to hold it up here and stir it, but it's really hot. Anyways, we got some oats over here. Nice little cinnamon and apple oats. We have our little apple topping over here. Putting those in there. This is just not gonna look very beautiful, but it will be good. What a nice, oh my god, all the sounds, the fork sounds, I'm sorry. Okay, ooh, yummy. And then let's put some leftover chopped pecans. Ooh. I'm not gonna make it any prettier looking, but yeah, gonna take a bite. It's good. This is yummy. I also still have some oat flour, so I might want to make those banana oat flour pancakes again. I can make an apple topping to put on those, but is that weird because the pancakes are banana and then the topping is apple? But I don't think so, because I don't think the pancakes taste that banana-y. Oat flour banana pancakes. Oh, I also got a bag of sugar snap peas because we have some hummus that I want to use. We also got a bunch of carrots so I could mix it up, you know, make a little veggie tray perhaps. Oh, we have this freaking creamy ranch dip that we got for Thanksgiving to have with like veggie tray as like a little snack beforehand, you know, a little healthy snack. And I would not recommend this. I really like the Wayfair brand's cheese dip, like queso dip, but this seems like so bland, first of all, and then second of all, the texture is like yogurt. It doesn't taste bad to me, it's just very bland, and the texture is yogurt. I don't know why though. Why? Another thing I got from Trader Joe's that was recommended to me when I tried the Kite Hill vegan cream cheese in my Halloween video. I think someone told me that their favorite vegan cream cheese was the Trader Joe's brand one, and I found it. And it was only like $2 something. And I also found these in the pantry, in the kitchen, in the fridge. Cinnamon raisin bagels. So I'm going to do this sometime.
So I did enjoy this cream cheese much more than the Kite Hill brand. That's not too surprising to me though, because I think the other Kite Hill products I've had I haven't really loved anyways, and they're just expensive. Like this cream cheese from Trader Joe's was much cheaper. It was like $2 something, and I liked it a lot better. I still don't know if I'm ever just gonna be, you know, a cream cheese fan, a cream cheese aficionado or anything, but it was good. And I just put some cinnamon sugar on top. Just cinnamon and sugar, that was it. But yeah, I want to try more things with it, such as perhaps California roll.
And I also thought the other day I had some Bonza brand chickpea macaroni, and I also had a lot of broccoli. So I was like, you know what I'm feeling tonight? Some broccoli mac and cheese. So I made some mac and cheese. I might make that this week, but with these large elbows. Also, a bunch of people told me in the comments of the Halloween video where I tried cream cheese that I should try putting cream cheese into like other sauces, like mac and cheese or whatever, to make it like creamier. So I will be trying that. Oh, and I also have this Pop Zest, which the company actually sent me a long time ago. This got pushed back to the, this got pushed to the back of the fridge, and I forgot about it, but I could use it in the mac and cheese. It's butter flavored nutritional yeast. So I thought that'd be perfect for like mac and cheese, am I right? Broccoli mac with cream cheese and Pop Zest.
So, fun fact, it was actually my birthday this week, and I completely forgot about it because I literally have not known what day it is any day of this year. So, yeah, I did not calculate in my birthday and like people giving me a lot of food and making food for me on my birthday. But I did end up making the mac and cheese on my birthday because it sounded really good and it felt like a good birthday meal, you know? Oh, and I did the roasted broccoli in the air fryer with just oil and some seasonings, and then I wanted to cut up like Gardein chicken nuggets or something on top because that sounded really good, but we didn't have any, so instead we had some Gardein chicken strips, chicken strips, and mix it all together. It was delicious and had many a leftover of it.
And also I have the last quarter of this pho base that I would like to use up, because I got some bean sprouts that I'm quite scared of because everyone was commenting on my last video where I said that it's hard to find bean sprouts at places that aren't the Asian supermarket, you know? And a lot of people were saying that grocery stores don't want to deal with them because they are like really susceptible to E. coli and bacteria. So I was like, okay. I also just realized that this is like way too much to just be using for pho. That it might be only me eating. So maybe I should be making another thing, like a stir fry or whatever this week. That'd probably be smart so I could use more of these. I got bean sprouts, I got some cilantro, I got shiitake mushrooms. Super firm tofu. So yeah. And I have some rice noodles somewhere else in the house. Pho with bean sprouts and cilantro and tofu and shiitake, whatever, I can't fit it.
So I made the pho with the pho base, but I forgot that when I originally bought the pho, it came with 2 spice packets to add in like the star anise and cinnamon and all that, and I had already used both of them. So I was like, okay, well, what am I gonna do? And I googled what is in like the seasoning, the spices that are in pho, and it turns out I had most of them already somehow. There was like one thing that I didn't have. I just stir fried them up with some onions and added water to it, and then just cooked that for as long as I could bear. And then I strained it out and I added the pho base, and I added the mushrooms and tofu that I had sauteed on a separate pan. I also added in some broccoli just because we had a lot of broccoli and I love broccoli. I put the bean sprouts on top. I put some cilantro, I put some sriracha, I put some hoisin sauce, like people had told me to do. Also lime juice, obviously. And yeah, these noodles are a lot thicker than usually pho is, but these are just the noodles that I had already. And yeah, this was pretty good. Like, obviously it's not gonna be restaurant style quality, but what do you expect from me? What do you expect?
And then we also have some cut up sweet potatoes all the way back from Thanksgiving. It's December, what now? December 8th. Oh my God, it's December 8th. They've been in there for a while. They're already peeled and cut up. We just had too many sweet potatoes for the sweet potato mash. But I did this once before where I like cut up a bunch of sweet potatoes and then left them in the fridge and then just kept forgetting about them. And then they were fine. Like weeks later, they are not like slimy at all. They're not like, they smell the same. They look the same. I kind of want to make a smoothie, like a sweet potato smoothie, perhaps. I don't really know what I want to do with these. I will think about it. Oh, sweet potato smoothie if I did that. And then I have some dates that I need to use. So I bet that'd be good, like sweet potatoes and dates and maybe like half a frozen banana. You might think it sounds strange, but just you wait. Oh, we also have like half a can of coconut milk to use. Ignore this Sweet Home Ranch homemade preserves. I don't know what I want to use it for yet. And then also, let me write down a veggie stir fry with bean sprouts and celery. I'll probably also use carrots and broccoli in it as well, but like those are the things that like need to be used, you know? And if I have any leftover shiitake mushrooms that I didn't use in the pho, I can also put that in the stir fry. Dude, that sounds good. Oh, and the sugar snap peas, I can put some of that in there. So that would be really good to use up a lot of these veggies that I already have an idea for, but may not use all of them in those ideas. We have some asparagus. I don't know what I want to use that for. So I'm just gonna write it down. Oh, if I make a soup, let's say Herby soup with northern beans and asparagus. And again, that could be another thing that I just like use up a lot of the veggies for. So we can use, you know, whatever's left of the onion in there. I could put some of these tomatoes in there. I could use up some of the spinach in there, cut up the asparagus and put that in there. I could use up a lot of herbs. That was so freaking good, the soup that I made. I'd probably make the same thing as that, except I use lentils in that, and I would be using the Great Northern beans in this.
Lately, I have found that it's a good habit to build, especially in the fall and winter months. Whenever you have a lot of like veggies and stuff you need to use up, you just make a nice little soup. This is the basic formula that I like to follow, I guess. I saute some onions in some oil. Then I add some celery because someone once told me on here that you're supposed to sweat the celery. So there I am sweating my celery. And then I add the rest of the veggies from the ones that take longer to cook to the ones that take less. So I started with the carrots and then, you know, went on with the tomatoes and asparagus and all that. And I just like saute them in there for a little bit. As I keep cutting up the other veggies and getting it all in there, I just let it cook together to get those flavors going. I add all my seasonings in there and my bouillon and stuff, and I add all my herbs, which I had a lot of herbs. Dude, if you're making soups, you want to make your soups like taste so good. Oh my god, delish. You gotta add in some herbs. Doesn't even matter. In this one, I added sage, thyme, and rosemary, and it's so good. I really like thyme. I feel like thyme and parsley are like the best soup herbs personally. And I also added in 1 can of black-eyed peas and 1 can of the white beans. And this soup was so good. And I also mixed the mac and cheese into the soup. That was really good because it made the soup like It made the soup broth like creamier. It basically was just a noodle veggie soup with like a creamier broth because all of the sauce basically washes off of the mac.
I also have a green curry paste that at first I was a little bit nervous about, but then I looked at it and it looks and smells like new, so oh, it smells so good. I could make it this week. That could be like another backup meal, but I just don't know that I have all the right things for it. In the picture they have, I think, green beans and red pepper Thai green curry recipe. It looks like they have not the, what's the other peas? Oh, is it snow peas? What's the difference really? Sugar snap peas are a cross between snow peas and garden peas. The pods of snow peas are flatter with small premature peas, whereas sugar snap peas are more rounded. Both have identical nutritional profile and very similar flavors. Okay, sick. Awesome. Love that. I don't know why I thought that would be like weird to alternate them, but I guess it's not. So snow peas, eggplant. Oh, it was eggplant. I thought it was mushrooms in there. If I end up going to the store, I could buy an eggplant and make this, but I might actually prefer to use something else instead anyways, because I'm not the biggest fan of eggplant. If not, this is just a good idea to have for like next week, even if I don't make it this week. So I think that's everything. And well, one more thing. My mom actually bought this organic tea and lemonade from Trader Joe's, and she ended up not really liking it, and so I thought I would try some. It's been in there for a while, but like tea lasts a long time, right? It's just tea. I'm sure it's fine. It's black tea, literally just black tea and lemonade. I love black tea and I love lemonade. And I love feeling like Isabel in the morning announcements with her little cup of iced tea. I think it's very cute. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, this is awkward. Iced tea. Iced tea. Yum. It tastes exactly like what it should taste like. I don't know. Yum.
And now for some honorable mentions of the week. Literally just the things that I didn't necessarily talk about in the meal planning part, but things that I did in fact eat. I do have matcha a lot of the time during the week as my caffeine beverage of choice. Literally just some matcha powder shaken together in this little bottle with some water and some stevia, and then I add whatever milk I have that day, soy or oat milk usually. I also had Ben & Jerry's a couple times this week. I do love me some ice cream. And I also got Thai food at one point in the week with my friend Casey. I got some pad Thai with fried tofu, and she got some pad see ew. We just asked to not have egg and also to not have fish sauce in the noodles. Also, I was gonna say that I know it can be really tempting because it's so convenient to get food from DoorDash or Postmates right now, but if you ever can, it's a lot more helpful to the actual restaurant if you can order it directly from them. They get more money that way, and it's a better way to support them. So I've been trying to do that lately. And then also, like I said, it was my birthday this week, so I thought I would just include the other sweets that I had during that day, which was basically all from the local Cafe Oaxaca. Love them so much. It's not a vegan place, but they have lots of vegan stuff. And yeah, I had some donuts and some tiramisu and some churros and some half of a chocolate muffin that was like such a good muffin. Oh my god, like literally, so it was like lava cake. I don't even know what to say. It was so good. Anyways,
thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you were inspired to plan some meals for the upcoming week, because I'm finding that it's a good way to do things myself. And I hope that your week / day / month / rest of the year goes as good as it can go. You know? I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. I have a second channel, just so everyone knows. Alright, okay. Bye. What? Oh, I didn't.